So what's up, guys? Jumping on here with the recent acquisition about a month ago. I picked up this Line 6 Amplifi TT, and it is a really awesome piece of gear for what I intend to use it for, which is just like on my couch, jamming, you know. Got the wife on this side of the couch, and she's watching TV, playing Candy Crush on her iPhone, and I'm on this side of the couch, and I got my guitar and my headphones on, and this thing. And so for that type of application, this is a really nice product. In this video, I want to show you my 4 favorite presets that I have. And so I've, after a month, spent a lot of time, with editing and rearranging things the way I wanted them to sound. And I really am pleased with the sounds I have here. The first preset here is called Agent, A-D-J-E-N-T. You could probably search it on the Line 6 community. I really don't know how that social media platform works, but A-D-J-E-N-T is the name of this preset. It's basically the 6505 amp modeling with a stereo delay, a little bit of reverb, EQing, gates all the way down. It sounds really good. Playing it through this Gibson right here. This is a 2013 LPJ. So I have this setting as like my setting number 1, and I primarily use this as my rhythm, right? My rhythm preset. And so the mids are scooped out because the next preset, which is Hoshek, which is darkness, has a little bit more mid presence. Same amp model, just different settings in the EQ department and in the post gain stage, right? So what I mean by that is like your delay and reverb. So this is the Agent. Pretty good sounding guitar. You hear that? Okay, another thing about the presets though, up front, is that I have the gain turned down, the drive turned down in the presets embedded, so that you can dial it to taste, right? So if you download Agent right here, A-D-J-E-N-T, right off the bat, you're going to see that the gain is really low, and that's purposely there low, so that whenever you turn it up, you can get more saturation if you need it. But I really didn't feel like I needed it for some of my hotter pickup guitars here, like the Infinity pickups in this guitar, or some of the other guitars on the wall here have really hot pickups, so I just kind of have it turned down, so it's kind of like a one-size-fits-all. And I believe that's the trick to these, is you really can't like just have like everything on 10 tone and expect it to sound good, because it's modeling, right? It's Line 6. Line 6 gets a really bad rap, but I think this product, if used, with lowered expectations, I'm not going on stage here, I'm not recording an album, I'm just sitting on my couch watching television with my wife passively and actively playing guitar, you know what I mean? Like one ear off so I can hear her talking, that kind of thing. That's literally what I use this for, right? And the iPad integration is really nice. So that's Agent, right? That's my number 1 preset on here. Like I said, I use it for a rhythm tone. Next up, I want to try out, I need to save it. I'm always modifying, as you tweak along on these presets with this modeling stuff, there's always little things you add to it, and it's like the latest iteration that you happen to like. That's kind of where I'm at with this. So that's Agent, saved in the A preset of bank number 1. I don't want to jump into Hoshek yet because I want to go into C with my third preset, right? My third preset is actually a cleaner tone. And I really, 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 really love this one. I have a little bit of gain dialed in there to give you the illusion of like a, like a Fender or a Vox, a little bit of gain in there. So it doesn't sound too terribly sterile. This one is just called Ambient Delays. I need to rename it. I'll probably rename it. The way I approach this preset, because it's a clean with a little bit of gain in there, is I don't go on 10 on the guitar. I actually go like at 7 or 8 on the guitar. That way, it doesn't get too gainy, but the gain's there if you need it, right? I mean, and you can also dial it back, right? So, yeah, what do you think about that? Just enjoy it. Just let it happen. Some of that gain in there, right? So let's dial the pickup a little bit back. So here's a pickup on 10. When we go to the bridge, you see it. But you dial the pickup back a little bit, and it cleans right up, right? So it's kind of like I'm simulating a tube amp here, right? Like I'm simulating what a tube amp does. And that's one of the cool things with this software is you can actually you can integrate that into your presets if you know what you're doing. And so that's the cool thing about this. I mean, does it sound like a tube amp on 10? The lead channels and the gain channels and the rhythm channels? Not really. It sounds kind of crappy, to be honest. But this clean tone sounds immense. Switch pickups. And see, like I said, it's right there whenever you need it. Like if you want to go into a rhythm, like verse, kind of beefed up passage. It's got a lot going in the reverb and delay department, so you really can't get too adventurous with your riffing with that and the gainy section of it. But, it's pretty cool. I really enjoy this clean tone a lot. And when I made it, I was like, wow, yeah, this is, for $150 I picked up this Line 6 thing for. That's a really good clean tone. And honestly, I feel that in a lot of amp modeling software things out there, like the Bias, I always felt like the clean tone sucked. I always felt like I couldn't get it on the edge of break up clean and then backed off with the guitar, so it's like right there, kind of rectifying, And like on the bias, I really just could not. Jam up was the same way. I really just could not get a good clean tone, and the same with my Yamaha. And the reason why I'm okay with something like this is because back in like 2010 when I picked up, or 2011 when I picked up the Yamaha THR 5, the little pale looking one, the little cream colored one. That's what really got me back into playing guitar. After I'd gone to college and worked a few jobs that were crazy, I didn't really play guitar much after high school, after college. And I picked up that Yamaha THR 5 and it really got me back into guitar. And so knowing that Yamaha owns Line 6, right, I'm eager to see what they do with this software technology. The clean tone I think is just fabulous on this guitar with this setting here. In fact, on some of my other guitars with brighter pickups, it sounds even better. Yeah, it really drones the notes really well. One of the things that I really wish that I could do with this software is I wish I had more spots for pedals, because I'd like to throw in there a tremolo, light tremolo, just lightly going in there and just lightly moving the signal. Yeah, so that's my clean tone for this. This is my preset number 3. So I showed you Agent, which is 1. We're skipping number 2, Hoshek, for a minute. And we came to number 3, which is my ambient delays, which is a nice clean but pushed tone. And wherever you need it to be. If you need it to be gainy, it's there. If you need it to back off, you just use your guitar. Okay, my 4th preset that I have on my 4 presets here is, it's kind of a fun, like, wildcard preset, right? Like, it's totally something that I never really messed with growing up. I mean, I had like a Digitech RP12 or the RP10 back in the day, and I had several of the Boss ME8 type things, and they have a lot of synth sounds, and I always thought they looked shitty and sounded shitty back in the day, but this one's actually pretty cool. So I hope you like this one. This is number 4 preset. I call this my So What octave synth, and you tell me what you think, and you'll know exactly why I have it on here, man. It's really, really fun. Yeah, all kinds of fun to be had there. when I made this preset a couple nights ago, actually, this is my latest preset, which is number 4 on my top presets. I was sitting there on my couch and I was just like, I want an octave sound. I want like that Jimi Hendrix Proctavia tone. So I started messing around with the synths. That's where I found the octave stuff. I mean, I could be wrong. Your results may vary. And I found an upper and lower octave, and I was able to add it in there. So this is off the Orange Crush 30 amp model. Yeah, it says Citrus D30, and I really, really enjoy it. It's so much fun. One of the cool things about it, though, is it doesn't sound bad, right? Like when you do multi-chords, as long as they're in like thirds and fifths or something like that, it doesn't sound too bad. You tell me what you think. I mean, do you like that? I find myself actually being inspired by this because it doesn't just sound like a lead guitar tone. It doesn't just sound like a rhythm tone. When I'm playing this preset, I find myself playing more and being bolder in my playing. Like it just sounds like I'm able to express myself and go outside of the box more with this preset than normally. I don't know why. Yeah, a lot of fun with that preset. So the first preset was Agent, which is my rhythm tone. Third preset is my clean tone. Fourth preset is as my fun tone, right? And so it's an octave up and octave down on a Citrus amp. Pretty predictable settings there. Gain pedal up front to give it some tightness and some EQ, that kind of thing. Compression as well. And so now we're going to jump onto my fourth. It's actually my second preset, and this is called Hoshek. But I want to give it context. So we're going to go back to Agent. So we're going to go from preset number 1 to preset number 2. And they're the same amp, and I believe the same exact cabinet. The only difference is like the EQ profile. So, and the reason why I want to do it like that is because, like I said, I use Agent for my rhythm, and then I use Hoshek for my lead. And so try to pick up where you'd imagine where Agent is designed like this, Hoshek is designed like that, so you get the complete spectrum, right? So we're going to go to Agent first. We're going to hang out in Agent, and then we're going to jump into Hoshek. And the volume is actually a little bit boost, so I'm going to have to dial back the Hoshek volume. And it's like that for a reason, right? A little bit more present, more mids, a little bit more presence, and more volume. This is Agent. Yeah, this is Agent. This is Hoshek coming in. like my other presets, you know, the gain is turned down low on here so you can dial it into taste. So like I said, I've designed these two presets, Agent and then this one I'm playing now, Hoshek, to fill the sonic spectrum. So like Agent is designed like this, whereas Hoshek is designed like that. With the two together playing rhythm, if I have rhythm on left and lead on right, so Agent on the left and Hoshek on the right, with a driving bass tone under as a foundation, it really sounds pretty cool. So let's go in reverse. So we're in Agent, I mean, we're in Hoshek right now, and we're gonna go back to Agent. Here comes Agent. Let's go back to Hoshek. So those are my favorite 4 presets that I have set up on my guitar right now on this Amplifi TT. So like I said, within the context of being like a toilet amp in your bathroom or on the living room couch and you're not going to piss off your wife or your neighbors, within that context, this is not a bad piece of kit. The editing is awesome on the iOS device. I want to see Line 6 integrate more Helix type features and maybe IRs into this. I think it's great as it is. I think I give it an 80, like a 70 or no, an 85. We'll give it an 85. Okay, I think if they release some more IRs and they give you some better sounding amp sims, I think this is a badass product. As right now, like I said, it's an 85 or 80, 85, somewhere around there. Whereas I would rate a Helix as a 100, 110. Had a chance to play Helix at Guitar Center. Really enjoyed it. I couldn't believe it. And so I immediately went out and bought this because I just wanted this. I wanted to get a taste for the amp sim stuff because you know me, I got tube amps, right? I love tube amps. And for me, jumping into the whole amp sim game was a little bit scary. But this is not bad. It makes me want more. It makes, because it's $150, whatever. It makes me want to buy the Helix LT, the new smaller Helix that came out. I would like to see Line 6 and Yamaha make a Helix like this. A desktop Helix with the whole iPad thing going on. I would like to see the Helix engine in here. And I'm hoping maybe at some point they'll integrate that somehow. You know, an upcharge or something like a software upgrade. I would totally be all over that. Anyways, this is a Line 6 Amplifi TT. Believe it or not, it doesn't sound too bad. The gain tones are a little questionable. Clean tone was awesome, and that little fun tone I played with the up and lower octave was so cool. I find myself playing that sub and up octave thing so much. Since I made it a couple days ago, I sit down on the couch and I just like start cranking on that sub and up octave thing, and I'm just like playing all over my amp, all over my guitar. So anyways, that's been this. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna make some more presets maybe in a couple weeks, and we'll jump on and we'll play with those too, some off-the-wall presets. But as a bonus, I do have a preset that is like totally crazy. What was it? Oh, jeez. Yeah, I think it's, no, it's not. Is it that? Let's see if we can find it. Because I have some saved presets. It may not be this. Yes, I think it is that. That's the cool thing about having something like this. I have no idea what the hell that is. Sounds like an old-timey speaker. Old-timey radio. Anyways, I hope you enjoy it. It's called Tape is what that preset is called. I don't know what it is. I found it on the little online thing. Hope you enjoy this. Please give me a like and a subscribe if you liked it, and tell me what you think in the comments below. That's been this video, guys. Y'all rock on. I'll catch y'all later. Thank you for watching.